Okay, so hey, what is going on? I am back with, let me get my flowers in there, y'all. I am back with the Jupiter in Taurus transit that's going to be occurring on May the 16th, 2023. That's right, in just a couple of days of me recording this, Jupiter is going to be transiting the sign of Taurus. Whoopee whoop, all right? So, you know what can we look forward to with Jupiter in the sign of Taurus? I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say this. Jupiter is definitely yes, it's a feel good planet. It's an opportunist planet. Mainly because we start looking at things from a more positive point of view. Like, we start seeing things differently, especially depending on what sign it's landing in. But all of a sudden, our perceptions shift and change to where we see more opportunities available. We are willing to learn to get or reap the benefits of those opportunities. We are more energized and so on, with Jupiter transiting Taurus, and I feel like it's a very good thing. And there's a caveat to this particular transit based on the fact that we have done a paradigm shift for everyone that has followed me up until this point, and what I say about all of that. This is really good, but at the same time, we are talking about society, structure, things that's in place, information and stuff that we've learned, because we're talking about Jupiter, that, money, practical things, things that we love, our comfort zones. And I'm seeing this Jupiter and Taurus transit as really trying to push us outside of that. So it's almost like, yes, it's, yeah, luck, opportunity, things, doorways and stuff like that opening when it comes to these, with money and things of that nature, and influence and property, stuff like that. Us just really being present on this physical earth, that at this point in time is accessible more, and opportunities and things of that nature. The more that we can reach outside of our comfort zone, the more that we are able to take in our surroundings and what we are learning, what we are experiencing, mostly when it comes to this particular transit, and applying it. Okay, so it's really about changes that's being made, as you're gonna see. Um, these changes, are most of the time, could be a little bit unsettling or uncomfortable for some people, but still it needs to take place. And it could do with setting new societal norms, looking to access other financial, Mercury retrograde when I'm recording this, but other financial institutions. Okay, because what is already been established may be something that needs some reworking, some readjusting, or we're seeing that certain. Okay, so let's go here. We're seeing migrations take place. We are seeing events take place that push people from one landmass to another landmass, from one location to another location. We see this. You would have to be literally someone that is purposely not trying to see these things. Like, at this point, all right, I like the even people that want to stay complacent is being pushed out of certain places. So I'm just gonna say that, and you know, keep that in mind, guys. Now, I'm not going to take too long because there's definitely like other transits I'm going to cover, and it's taking me so long to get to my videos and get them out. I don't want to hold you too long, but I did want to highlight some things that we may see during Jupiter and Taurus. Let's go to some of the more positive things. Like I said, this is a time. Jupiter and Taurus is a time for you to reestablish what you feel like you want to represent in this world, what you want your experience to be. And it doesn't have to look like the next person's. It doesn't have to look like, trust me, the more comfortable that you can live when you like associate it to your money or your income, the possibly the more better. Like, people are really struggling out here. I also feel like this is a good time to go more towards like the people or the individuals that can do this. All right. It doesn't have to be big, but that can go more towards planting their own crops and things of that nature. Y'all, like, it's just like I've been hearing so many stories of like stuff that we're intaking and we're eating, processed food, like stuff that's just not good for us. This is also a good time to look into other financial institutions, when it comes to banking, all of this type of stuff. It's very, at this point in time, you can see things with currency change where, I have seen where, the dollar is lowering in value, but there's other currencies like the euro that's actually expanding. Okay, and I can't think of like the Chinese money. I'm not trying to be insulting. It's just true. So we got to keep this in mind. That this type of stuff is going on as well. Is you know, so different. Guys, learn, learn, learn. If you want to gain access to opportunities, learn. Go after the opportunity. Understand when there's an opportunity presenting itself. Um, all in all, I'm going to go through each sign and I'm going to highlight where Jupiter will be transiting each sign, and I'm going to do the opposing, like the opposition to what could be interfering with that getting done. And let me tell you, understand this, there's other major transits that's going on right now that is also interfering, but I'm not really focused on those at this point in time. All right, one thing at a time. Okay, so thank you, and check out your sign. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sign of Aries, and for you, Taurus is transiting your second house. So you can see at this point in time like your value increase. You may purchase some sort of major possession that whether it's a vehicle, whether it's some sort of extension onto some sort of property that you purchase, getting into real estate and things of that nature. You may take more time and energy into what it is that you want to own or you want to possess, and upping your value. Okay, so if this is something that you're trying to gain, let's say you're trying to gain more profit, some of you guys might take another job, or you may do something in business and or something of that nature. You may sell property. You may look into these things to up your value. This can also be the way that you look, the way that you present yourself. Trust me when I tell you, I know this is not the first house, but when we start paying attention to our value and what it is that we're trying to the point that we're trying to get across, like the way we feel, to make ourselves feel more valuable, we may change things up in our appearance and our physical appearance to do so. Okay, so that could be something that you guys might get into or have coming. But the problem with this, not that it's just like a serious problem, but you may have a situation to where like maybe a marriage, someone that you're married to or something like that, becoming a little bit jealous, or just other people becoming jealous. I kind of am feeling like this is more of a partner or like a husband or a wife, if anything. I like the best way to try to resolve this is like maybe like as a couple you two work on yourselves together, or you work on, it's something that you both can incorporate with each other. But if not, Taurus, if not, Aries, if push comes to shove, you have to make sure that you're looking after yourself. There could be other finances, possessions that you have connections to with other people or another person. Like I said, that could be interfering with what it is that you're trying to gain. I hope I didn't call you Taurus, because I felt like I called you Taurus a couple times. But no, I'm talking to Aries right now, in Aries energy. So keep that in mind. Something that you already have joint with someone else could be getting in the way. And maybe even the way that you see yourself on a psychological level could keep getting your way. Like, please tell yourself things positive. Don't just look at the negative things that you feel like you're experiencing, because it's only going to put you in a position to where you feel like you're falling deeper and deeper into situations that don't benefit you. Okay. But there could be something that you're working on. Whatever this is going to increase your pay. It's going to increase your value, or it could. Okay. All right. Thank you, Aries. Jupiter in Taurus for the sign of Taurus. This is directly in your first house. Very, very nice, Taurus. So you can start to feel like things are opening up. Opportunities are coming your way. You could feel more energetic. You could feel more lively. You could be doing things to spruce up your image, to just, whether you're eating better. I feel like that's the best way to go, or whatever it is. Anything that because I feel like you're learning about yourself. For some of you guys, especially the more mature Tauruses, to the point of where you're just like, no, you know what? I've experienced this thing over here. I experienced that over there. Let me try to experience something, like from a different angle, to where I am, replenishing myself, my energy, not tiring myself out, things of that nature. So you can make changes on your appearance, or your approach in life. You could be feeling more in a position of ready, and you can tackle things. Tackle situations. Now, Taurus, what could be directly in your way of this happening or not happening is a relationship, whether it's a marriage, some sort of investment that you have with someone else, some sort of connection you have with someone else, some sort of obligation you have with someone else, partnerships that could be in your way. Because where opportunity lies, to where you may need to break free, or you have to put more energy and focus into yourself and what it is that you're doing. Another person, like I said, if this is a relationship person or a partnership, marriage or something, they could be jealous or envious of you. So, and I told this to Aries because y'all is kind of similar in a way, for whatever reason. But just like I said, there could be, or what I will say is that there could be something that you and your partner can work on together with each other, and have conversations or have mutual respect for where the other person is going. But when push comes to shove, Taurus, you can't let other people get in your way. Because how's it going to benefit you? If you're not benefited and you're not doing your best, how are they going to do theirs? How is that going to work and you're in a relationship with them? Taurus, listen. You're bettering yourself. The work that you're going to do, things of that nature, is going to automatically benefit other people. So make sure that these people are not the same thing that's limiting you. Because that's going to be your biggest interference. All right, thank you, Taurus. Gemini. Okay, this is the thing. You have Jupiter in your 12th house. The 12th house to me is directly associated, is another extension of health. It's another extension of health because it's in opposition of the 6th house. And not only that, it's not just physical health, it is psychological health, it is subconscious health, It is the things that you do not see. And there's a lot of that energy that has been happening and Gemini has been experiencing, that has been, pretty much an overall influence over Gemini's life for like the past 7 or 8 years, if not more. Definitely between 7 and 10. So Jupiter is about what it is that we are learning or we have learned. Okay. So Jupiter is going to highlight some things for you that could be good for you in building possessions, income, finances. Even for some of you guys that may have found it difficult to maybe have a child or something of that nature, looking into ways that you can have an opportunity for that. It's something that you don't see, but at the same time, you could be feeling almost as if like you're going unnoticed, something that's taking your energy and just using it, and not it's hard to replenish. You could be feeling emotional from at times, but understand, with Jupiter here, you're not going unnoticed. There could be something that's hidden that you do for money, that comes to the light, or some type of major opportunity, because this is the 12th house. But what is it going to take? It's going to take you being disciplined. It's going to take you being planned, routine, looking after your health in order to do this, to pull this off. Okay? Financial situations off. And I'm going to tell you right now, you do have some level of secret enemies. So please be careful of who you are spilling or telling your business to about anything that you're working on or anything that you're doing. It's one thing if you need help and assistance. Okay, I get that. But it's another thing to just advertise information to people. Whatever it is going to come out anyway. But I'm just saying, because it's going to be beneficial to you financially. Okay. So yeah, I feel like a lot of your blessings for this year, you're not really gonna see coming, but at the same time, you have been working at this stuff already. You hear what I'm saying? It's something that you could have been already doing, and then it's like highlighted on a massive scale. That's going to put you in a position to know, like, to be, whether you're coming across a certain person or certain people or individuals that seeing you, is going to put you in a position to where you have this access that's going to highlight something else that you have. There could be hidden interest here as well. So take care of your psychological, emotional state of being, and you should be good. Okay? Remember, the 12th house is opposing the 6th house. So what can get in the way of what it is that you're doing? Or what can get in the way? Is work, is health. Because you got to kind of make sure that what you're working at is in alignment with whatever else you're trying to do. And the reason why I say this is because some of you guys could be like trying to start a business or expand, but you're working a job. I'm not ever that person that comes out and be like, oh yeah, you should quit your job. I'm not. But at the same time, keep this in mind so that you're working in a progressing way, not all over the place. Okay? Heavy on the emotions, secret affairs, or if you do get in a relationship or a situation with somebody, make sure they're not married, and or keep it on the low for a while. All right. Thank you, Gemini. This should be a pretty interesting transit, to say the least. But you won't go unrecognized. Not with Jupiter here. So whatever you're doing, do it good, do it big, and be willing to learn. Okay. Thank you, Gemini. Cancer, this is in your 11th house. You have Jupiter in your 11th house. So higher education. This is a very a good placement for Jupiter. But so good with um, continuing your education. If that's something that you wanted to do, or you always wanted to do, or you need to do, this is the perfect time to do it, and get started on that. Also, if there's something like serious, this is a very big highlight on friends, okay? Beneficial friends. So make sure that who you're associating yourself with is where you is pretty much the opportunity comes when you put yourself in environments, or you associate yourself with individuals, peoples, affiliations that are going higher than you, or going like can help you on your route to wherever you're trying to get. Okay, so this is learning. It, Listen, if you don't, if it's something like you're like, hey, I can't really physically go into school or like a learning facility, okay, that is fine. What you can do is do online. Online presence is something that you might find yourself doing quite a bit, or learning from. Okay, so listen, you can look up anything that you want to learn. The point that I'm trying to make is being communicative, learning, putting yourself in a position to learn, seeking knowledge is going to help you, because you're going to network, you're going to affiliate people and come across people that could be beneficial to you. And so ignorance is not a good thing. It's not bliss, all right, at this point in time, because you want to look towards your opportunities. And that's pretty much where you need to go. So new affiliations, circles, highlights on friends, and associations that benefit you. The thing that is directly opposing that is just it could be your very own ego, you wanting to do just what you want to do and not really see things, like you're sticking more to what makes you feel comfortable, to, what is fun, what just, it's just like, it's about you and what you want to express, and then how you want to do it in the way you see things, the way you usually operate. It's not judging you. It's just true. Instead of expansion and allowing yourself to meet new people, to see things differently, to learn things differently, and embrace the, not necessarily the unknown, but embrace the what it is that you don't have direct control over. Like, embrace the unpredictable. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind, Cancer. So learning new networks, affiliations, friendships, not just the ones that's going to benefit you, because there's just a highlight here anyways. And I don't even see this as a negative. I don't see this negatively. I don't. I feel like the only thing that could really get in your, for some of you guys, children is a big thing too, because you might want to break free from something, but you feel like you have other responsibilities. Fine, cool. Recognize that, but don't let it be like an excuse or anything. Okay, you got to find ways to just work around things. It's possible, trust me. Jupiter and Taurus is really trying to get you to break free and experience life in the world in a way that you never have before. Okay? Thank you, Cancer. Well, you do that through new experiences. Thank you. Leo, Jupiter and Taurus for you is in your 10th house of career. I'm pretty sure you would love this. Okay, so a lot of focus on, this is a good opportunity for your career, or like something that you're working on goal wise. Okay, my thing is, Leo, are you going to let family, security, and like where you find yourself being the most comfortable at, are you going to let that prevent you from reaching serious goals? This is, whenever you're dealing with the 10th house, you're dealing with money. Yes, you're dealing with hard work at the same time, but I kind of feel like for some of y'all, you could be building or adding on to whatever it is that you already have. So it's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? But definitely with this transit, You can take new employment opportunities. You can increase your finances or wealth. I'm looking at wealth. So this is also a time to work at long-term goals. That means that you're looking at where you're at and where you're trying to get, and you're actively pursuing that and putting things in place. High focus on career, high focus on goals. Okay. In your public image, it could be, you could be finding yourself being more public, a public figure, or someone that is like, this isn't, I'm looking at this as a community type energy too, for some reason, not necessarily at a degree of like possibly the 11th house, but just listen. The reason why I'm saying this is because like you could be, things that you do, it could just be put out there. Like people could be putting your business out, information out, um, or whatever. But I just, to stay kind of like on the positive side of things, and I'm not necessarily going into details. Work and career, like career, your public image and everything, if that is something that you want to work at this point in time, you can do so. And Jupiter is there to help you and shine luck there and energy there. And so, yes, Leo, this is the time for you to work on your career. What could be getting in your way? Family and some sort of commitment or something like that that you may have to other people that's stopping you, or other situations that's stopping you, and you don't want to, it's something, there's a divide there. And I feel like for some of you, not all, because I feel like some of you guys have learned to create that balance or not let this happen or interfere with you. And then there's other of you guys that's really trying to work on that still. But Jupiter could be, presenting situations to you that really take you away from your comfort zone, your security, and even family life. Okay, so you knowing this, you got to put in that balance. Like you have to create that balance between work and family. All right. Thank you, Leos. Virgo, you have Taurus in your ninth house. This is another, to me, this is another higher education house for sure. I said this for Cancer because in today's world, I do associate 11th house with higher learning for the simple fact that we have online learning, and the 11th house is associated with online presence. But the ninth house for sure, this is higher learning. This is about you expanding in education, spiritual knowledge, being, maturing yourself to obtain what it is that you want, to obtain some sort of stability or understanding that you are not necessarily just the physical aspect of yourself. There's more. This is going to require you to have patience with yourself. And this might also be the time for you to seek some sort of counseling or learning associated with, you might be a teacher too. This could be you applying this or implementing this or providing this for other people or someone else, or this could be you having access in someone, just needing some sort of counseling or learning something around money, possessions, stuff like real estate. Okay. Whatever it is, continuing education, whatever it is, Jupiter is shining energy here. Some of you guys could really find yourself getting connected back to like spirituality, those things that fulfill you, that is, it becomes physical, but at a point in time, it starts more with you and like you bettering yourself and you wanting to become more accomplished in life. So some of you guys might be like, hey, I'm at this place that I'm at, but I want to do better. I want to make more money and, have more of, you obtain something through money, through financing, through possessions. And so you're learning how to save money. You're learning like about different accounts, assets, things of that nature. It's about you learning about these things, and it's about you applying these things and yeah, having patience at the same time. Okay, and this is a focus on your spirituality, and maybe you're learning something around a new religion that you want to visit, or getting deeper into one that you know already, or just being more connected to the spiritual source of things, meditating, things of that nature. Okay, but this is where you find your luck. But I want to say this: what could be getting in your way is the information that you already know, things in your local environment. Oh, because travel, understanding and experiencing other cultures could be beneficial for you, for money, for work. You know, I'm not limiting what that is. What you already know, your own mind, fear based thoughts, things of that nature, siblings, local environments, what you're used to could be, and how you see things could be getting in the way of your growth and your expansion and opportunities that may come your way. All right, Virgo, thank you. Libras. Ooh, Libras, are some of y'all possibly getting married or something? Okay, so you have Jupiter and Taurus in your eighth house. This could definitely be a marriage transit for you Libras. Marriage, this could be joint financing, business. So any of you guys who wanted to get more money or accumulate more money through starting a business, doing a business, things of that nature, you can. But this could also be joint finances through your spouse. For some of you guys, like your spouse may be doing things to acquire more money, more finances, that benefits you. There's also pregnancy that may happen here, possibly like getting pregnant and then like, okay, well, I'm pregnant. Hey, we might want to go ahead and get married. But this is just you on a psychological level too, because Jupiter is here. You're learning, you're understanding, you're trying to balance out your emotional state of being, and your attachments to things that you feel that is interfering with what it is that you're trying to gain in life. All right, so it's a very big focus here. I feel like one of the main things that can interfere with what it is that you are doing could be your comfort, like the familiarity, like what it is that you already know, what it is that you already, where you're at, what you're receiving, or what your independence possibly. And that's this is iffy, Libra, because I don't blame you. It's hard to say you're going from an independent state of being and making money, looking after yourself, whatever, making sure you're good, or whatever your source of income is and value, and say that you're putting it in the hands of someone else. So be mindful of that too, because you're not necessarily losing yourself in this process. But if I'm to be looking at what Jupiter is bringing in, this can be definitely a situation. And for some of you guys that want to work on a marriage, you can, but this is looking at wills, this is looking at prenuptials, this is looking at financing. So some of you guys might get looking to financing for something, or whatever, like property, a home, cars, putting, like, I'm the biggest thing that I'm saying I'm looking at is definitely joint resources too. That's definitely here. All right. Um. Yeah, but I feel like the main point that you should come at is, or ask yourself the question of, is if it's something that you're ready for, or the person that you're with is ready for. You know. All right. Okay, Libra. Thank you. Scorpio. So this is highlighting your seventh house. Relationships, partnerships, whether it's love, business. We have Jupiter here, so this is a very good time to network. You can also come across significant relationships now that is good with assisting you with accumulating finances, possessions, things of that nature, like raising income, getting income. Taurus is definitely income, you know. So yes, your relationships is the biggest thing. You can find yourself spending more time with a lover, um, people that you're doing business with, friends. Even though 11th house is friends, I'm looking at the 7th house as just other people in general. So you could be coming across quite a bit of people. The thing that could get in your way of expanding in these opportunities with Jupiter is you. I said, Scorpio, come a little bit closer, babes. The only thing that can be coming in between this mending of relationships, working things out, partnering, love, whatever. I'm not necessarily just talking about love. Parent-child relationships, co-worker-worker relationships is you. We're not self-sabotaging. We're not standing in our own way, okay? These partnerships or whatever, there's a theme of money and finances that's coming into play as well. Okay. Or coming across people that can assist you with that. So keep that in mind, Scorpio. The biggest, and I'm not saying all situations is good, but I'm saying don't limit yourself either. You're smart enough to know. Like, y'all, come on now. So you're going to come across people, either a significant relationship or just like other people in general, that will be beneficial for you to partner up with. Possibly even find a little romantic situation too. Okay? All right. Thank you, Scorpio. Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, you have Jupiter transiting your house of work. The 6th house in health, Jupiter is going to be giving you or providing you with opportunities for you to get your health in order so you can have that body. Like, you're going to have that body and that energy, you know, that you need to really make you feel confident and, you know, look your best, feel your best. Some of you guys might get a new pet or able to gain a possession or something like that you want, like a car, you know, things of that nature with the money that you're making off of a job or something that you're working at. So yes, for you, yes, you're going to have to be responsible. You're going to have to handle responsibility. You're going to have to do work. You're working for what it is that you want, but at the same time, you can get it. You see what I'm saying? Because some of you guys, it might put you in a position where you start receiving like a raise, but this is definitely focused on work. If you're looking for other employment or work opportunities, you can put in for it and possibly get it if Jupiter's on your side for luck. Health. That's what you chase. That's where your blessings lie. So there's definitely things around work. You got work opportunities. What's getting in your way is unseen circumstances, you know, like for instance, let's say you're scheduling but you're overbooking, or you know, you're working but you're not taking care of your health and you're overworking and you're not eating the right things, you know, stuff like that could get in your way. Things that you don't really see, you could know but you don't really pay attention to, you know, you're like, you know, I'd rather not deal with this, or I'd rather not deal with that. So even when it comes to work situations, paperwork that you got to get turned in, like responsibilities that you have to handle. So be mindful of that, because you could want to also, you know, be on hiatus a little bit and inactive and just really doing your own thing. You can make that work if you're trying to do a business or something like that, but just understand that it's going to require work. It's going to require you planning and being responsible. I don't think Sagittarius really has a problem with that. But I will say this. You possibly got some enemies or some people eyeing you that wants to come for your spot. Because you could be shining at work. You could be like being noticed for the work that you do. Huh. That's where you listen. That's where Jupiter is at. More money, more power. All right, thank you, Sagittarius. Capricorn, this is in your fifth house. So Jupiter wants you to kind of, lighten up a little bit, have some fun. You may be spending time with children, but most of all, follow your heart. No lie. I like every time I say this, when I say the follow your heart thing, I think people feel like, oh, that's so cliche, but it's just true. Because in expressing yourself, advertising, self-confidence is how you're going to sell things to other people. Okay. Because this is about you. You might spruce up your identity a little bit, the way that you express yourself, like expressing yourself through your image, through your clothing, your kids. Your kids, it could be a lot of, if you have kids, it could be a lot of attention on them, or needing to get things done for them, or them being kind of active in sports, or just things of that nature. Like a lot of focus on kids, following your heart, taking care of your heart. So exercising and things of that nature, but your image too. Like if you, whatever it is that you want to express yourself as, you want people to look at you as, especially when it comes to you and your possessions and what it is that you're trying to gain monetarily, that your image is a very big thing. Okay. And having the guts and the confidence to go after what it is that you want without settling. Also, you're being motivated and you're being asked to enjoy the work that you do. So if it's some of you guys that feels like, okay, well, I'm at work, I'm working and whatever, but I'm not enjoying what I do, where do you need to be? Like, how do you get there? What is it that you need to make happen to do that? You also could be dating a lot. So you got a lot of dates and stuff that's coming up, this is you spending time or making time with your spouse as well, to have a little bit of fun in your relationship and date around. But you could be dating and then someone wants to kind of like make things a little bit more serious with you. If not, it could be the time to where you're just like, this transit could be the transit that's bringing in you dating and things of that nature. And then within the next year or two, going or so, or another year or so, going into things like more serious, because you could be focused on work or something that you're trying to gain or you're trying to earn, okay, or your children. Because some of you guys could be like, I'm not dating right now because, my children and things of that nature. I just got out of a situation. But just know that you can definitely meet somebody that's fun, that you can have good times with, that can eventually turn into something a little bit more serious for the ones of you that are dating. Like, you're going to have a lot of opportunities too, but to where you can make money and develop things or whatever, but at the same time, you got to have the heart to go after it and get it. Have a little bit of fun, relax. You're still going to be responsible. You're still going to handle your business, okay? So Jupiter could be a fun transit for you. Thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius. Ooh, this is in your fourth house. So you dead serious about securing something. So you're focused more on family and security right now. That means that you could be doing things that brings you the security. I think some of you guys overall wants a home or family situation. And so, that's what you're oriented in that. That's what you're focused on. Like money, security, and home. Some of you guys may purchase a home or you're working at doing that. Possibly, yeah. But you're making money. Real estate is good for some of you Aquariuses, right? Real estate is good, or just you're earning money and you might have to get some type of repairs or something done on your home. Working from home could be good for you guys, okay? So that's pretty good. All right. So your focus, Jupiter is going to have you focus on security. What can get in your way of that security, of what it is that you're focused on, is like your work life, workload, responsibility. Because in order to make that money, in order to gain some sort of status or whatever, you could be trying to work at that. you could be trying to, like get people to see you in this elite way, or just like in this, like you're worthy. um like, okay, look, I am doing this, I am doing that. Look, but I feel this is the thing. I don't feel that, like, that's not, I don't feel that that's something you should directly have to go after. It's more about what do you feel like is going to make you secure in life, especially within the next year. Okay, for you, because if you can get yourself straight and you could be secure, emotionally secure within, then everything else falls in place. So this is about you, how you see yourself, what you're going after, what you want to go after, what you're doing to accomplish that, what are your possessions, what, like, pretty much being in alignment with what it is that you're trying to go after and what it is that you're trying to obtain. And then the recognition comes. It comes alongside it, whatever. But okay, Jupiter's in your fourth house, and yeah, you're looking for security. That's what you're focused on. Could be spending a lot of time at home, or that's what you want to do. Work may be calling though, but it's Aquarius. It's about balance. This could be a shoot. The fourth house could bring a family, emphasis on family. That could be getting in the way of what it is that you're trying to um, work at. That's not a bad thing. I don't see this as a bad transit with Jupiter though for you. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Thank you. Pisces, you're the last one, but not the least, babes. Third house. Friends. Um, a lot of busyness in your local community, local surroundings. You got a lot on your mind. A lot of thoughts. Communicating, heavy communicating. I feel like, I don't know, some of you guys are talking or being like a teacher or something, possibly to make money. Someone who talks, communicates, puts news out. You see a lot of that online to make money or gain resources and possessions. Don't be afraid of what your ideas, of like things dealing with your ideas. I feel like maybe some sort of reunions with people, like siblings. They may assist you, or you can be assisting them at this point in time. But it's a lot. Like, you have a lot of ideas. You're gonna be coming in, like, communicating. What your needs are. Actually taking your ideas and something that you want to do or want to accomplish, and bringing it into reality. Like, focus on developing yourself and focus on developing what it is that you want to obtain. That's you working at it. You learning, communicating, being taught, teaching. That's what's happening here. What is getting in your way? Your beliefs, maturity, possibly. You're learning and seeing things new, experiencing the world from a new point of view, um, and possibly something like you've been attached to. This could even be a soulmate or something too, when you're supposed to be breaking free, but something that you're attached to, the way that you understand things, the way that you believe, the way that you approach certain aspects. It's a lot that you already know. That's the thing about Pisces. You take a lot of energy from Virgo, because we take a lot of energy off of our opposing signs. Therefore, Pisces could definitely be just like Virgos in a sense, and vice versa. And this is for every sign when it's, um, associated with the opposition of itself. So, with that being said, with these new experiences that's coming up, things that you're trying to acquire, Jupiter could be making you come out of your comfort zone a little bit and experiencing things new and understanding things from a new light, changing perspective almost. That's an interesting one. And you could be doing this, you could be teaching this too, or doing this for other people, you know. Wow. It's definitely going to take you coming out your comfort zone. Pisces, what are you sitting up there waiting for? Hmm? Because this is where your opportunity and your luck lies, with your ability to communicate about your wants and your needs and seeking new perspectives, new ways of doing things. All right, Pisces. This has just been your Jupiter and Taurus transit. And thank you.